Good day. My name is Nafisa Mandijiva, and today is Sunday, March 22, 2026, and this is a multidisciplinary team meeting for case number 492. Mamape, age of 68, and I am the lead social worker, and we have the psychiatrist, and we have the OT and the family member. So, as discussed before all that, please, family member, tell us how do you know Bamape?
My name is Denise. I'm 36. I just married to Zambia. I was working abroad. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. So you're the lead? Okay. So, before we start, I'm looking at the intake form. The first one writes you is kind of trouble. So can you please tell me if it says Palomo or it says Palomo?
Okay, let me see. Yeah, it looks like Kanyama, but wait, the date of birth here is 1958, but the team profile says, it says 1956.
Doctor, she is 68. So I'm certain she was born in 1958. Yeah. But the police, they always rush. They trying to rush her out, getting arrested.
Okay, so the police, like, they were rushed to it.
Yeah, they were rushing her out. They were being a bit aggressive, especially.
Of a negligence.
Yeah, they were quite negligent in
Oh.
the situation.
Okay, so let me correct this. Let me record before we proceed. 1958. Okay, so OT, did you get the GPS coordinates for the house? I had the map was wrong.
Yes, the map showed it was near the shore, but it's actually behind the maze. It's like an old maze wall. It took me about 14 minutes to drive there and find the right gate because there are no numbers.
Oh,
So I think we have to inform them of the right number, inform the emergency services.
oh, okay. Okay, so let's see the house behind the main meal. No number. Right. Okay, so now let's get into the family context. So, Denise, tell me exactly what happened at the market and what led to the police being called.
Madam,
Yeah.
what happened was my aunt, she was hysterical. She was quite hysterical. She went outside the house, shouting, and she hugged we have a farm in the back, so she hugged the mango tree, and she was holding the mango tree with her late husband, Uncle Moses. There were some kids, the neighbors, the kids that go around the neighborhood. They were throwing stones at her, I think.
These are the community.
Yes, but the community kids.
Uh-huh.
And police, they weren't doing a good job once again. They were trying to diffuse the situation. It was as if they weren't recognizing that she's not mentally okay. So they diffused the situation and got her out of there.
Okay.
So, like, from the results that you just gave us, like, this which confirms acute delirium, but clinical, she has a cerebral malaria. You understand?
Yeah.
And
Come again?
she has a cerebral malaria. She's suffering from cerebral malaria.
Malaria.
So, her fever was 39 degrees when she just arrived here. Yes, 39 when she just arrived. So, but also, there's also underlying dementia. Her brain is shrinking. So, the thing is, her brain is shrinking in the temporal lobe.
she's not able to remember.
Exactly. She's not able to know the things. And then, so I'm invoking section 30 of Mental Health Act 2019. So for involuntary 70 hours, you can't take care of yourself.
Wait, doctor. I think section 18 is a bit massive, considering that she's not okay mentally and she's elderly. So can we like we'll be taking away her freedom? And as a social worker, I have to ask, is there a least restrictive mode or like something lenient on her? Because we can just keep the malaria and the rest of
No, my professional opinion as a listener, I think it is not safe for her to go home. Her house, it's like
So it's not safe just for
waiver. Can we cancel the 150 fee? But I need her NRC so that I can sign the vulnerability waiver.
so you need the NRC.
Yes.
The NRC is in the locked trunk, right?
Um,
yes, if I can recall correctly, it's in the lockdown.
so everything is in the lock trunk at this point.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So we will go and find the lock trunk. So okay.
So if is it
The
a lock?
it is quite heavy. I think it's made of that metal glass. Yeah, it's quite heavy. I don't think clearly would be able to break it, and she would not want that.
Okay, but let's say it comes to a point where we can't open it or can't find anyone who can open it. The only option is to break. It will trigger her.
I think the best option is to find a locksmith to cross the same completely.
So you know anyone that looks like anyone?
No, I'm not well informed in that area.
Okay. I think I have a contact at some point. I needed a lock, so I think I saved some locksmith on my phone. So I'll just text them. Yeah. Okay. Let me just text. Okay.
So if your phone you can send to
No, I just texted directly, so it's coming like that. So he just replied, he'll be here in like 10 minutes. That's really okay. Uh-huh.
Okay, here's what I can do.
Uh-huh.
I have a similar story from when I was on trip on my own sites. So I will take it to the house and I will move it to the brazier outside and clear all the instruments and remove the risk completely.
Okay, while you're at that, I will go to the district social welfare office right now and I will apply for the emergency case transit and then that should also cover the 500 for Aunt Martha, the one in the circle, so that she can come and help since she's the sister, and then that will cover the bus fee and some of the school supplies from the grandchild, the son, the grandson.
Oh, yes.
So I think in that 500, that should cover like most of the basic things that are needed at this point. And then if the sister can get here, most probably by Saturday, that would be very much appreciated. So you have to like
Contact her.
yeah,
I will
immediately yes, and then we can discharge her then, right, doctor?
yeah, but you know what? Malaria is cleared by Saturday, yes. Yeah. But she needs to follow up at the clinic every 2 weeks. Yes, every 2 weeks. For
Cerebral, what is it?
okay, I said she's suffering from cerebral.
Malaria.
Yes, so it is affected with tomorrow.
It's criminal.
No,
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 no.
September.
So she has to follow up to the clinic, right? Is what I was saying. Every 2 weeks. So this one is a dementia management. So she between dementia management, and she's not supposed to skip. She has to follow up each and every 2 years.
So I'll be writing. I've written down all the goals that you're supposed to do. I'm going to give you a copy, and I'll keep a copy, and then I'll give a copy to the psychiatrist. So that whenever she does something, we tick. Whenever we do something, the sister comes, the grandson is changed, sent to school, she's discharged, she comes every 2 weeks. We need to keep records. The goal must be met.
So that's one.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Denise. Okay, so the plan is set now. So this is all we have to do. And please, Denise, make sure she takes her meds.
Medication.
Yes, it's very important for her because if not that, we'll also have another episode of what is prescribed. And I think you saw it's not a nice thing.
No.
I'm
Not
here
good.
introducing you. So as a social worker, I'm not here to just help you, but also to encourage you. If you feel like it's overwhelming, you can come and talk to me. We discuss it. Yes, okay, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you, doctor.
So masculinity for the every 3 weeks.
Right.
It's
Very
it's very important.
And she must go. If it's not you, it's matter. She must never come alone. Yeah, I think from my side, this is all. So we meet again in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Yes. Yes.
So see how
The progress.
so thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Nice meeting you.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you, madam.
Okay.